automatic sync, boom, and it's working. It is titled How I Sync Audio in Premiere Pro Every Time. Because I'm gonna show you how to do it automatically in automatic audio sync in Premiere Pro. So it's the wide shot is A cam, and then the close up is B cam. And then we have the audio source from B cam. That's the only one. So that's the scratch audio, and it'll sound something like this. The actual sound that we wanted to pick up, which is from the mic.
Now, we do more than that. We're very active in our community.
Right, so there's that. Now, we have audio from B cam, so we can sync it up. And you want to make sure that everything's highlighted. And if it's separate clips, you want it to have the audio have its own clip, be in its own track, and the video be in its own track, and obviously have the audio you want to sync to in its own track. Highlight everything together, so you want everything on top of each other. Just like I have it here, one top of the other one, just like that, stacked up. And then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to press synchronize. And it's going to ask me clip start, clip end, time code if there was any, and then audio track channel. I want to synchronize it to audio track 1, because that's where we have the boom mic audio, and synchronize that. Press OK, and it's working. And it worked perfectly. You know, that's why it's always good to get scratch audio so you can sync everything in place. And in these interviews specifically, what I like to do is where you see this kind of elevation in the sound, and you see it across all three right here. And that's like a slate or a clap. You know, have you ever seen those boards that go, when they say, action, and then they clap, or slate? That is to sync everything at once. So that's the main purpose of that. So we do this in interviews or wherever we want to sync in, make sure we're recording, and then we go ahead and clap. So that way, when I come here, there's a reference point for the system to go ahead and start synchronizing everything. I don't know if something's wrong with automatic synchronizer or the synchronizer button. I don't know what to do. So we're gonna go ahead and figure out where the clap is here, because I know I clapped. See a little long jump right here. Also clap right there. So then now I know, wait a minute, this looks like a clap right here. So let me go ahead and get real close up on that. Move it and make sure it's there. It looks like right there's a good spot. There we go. That's the clap right there. We get up real close so we can go ahead and make sure we put it on the right spot. So play it right here, and that looks like it's it right there. See? Then you want to go by the waveforms and look that pattern right here. We just synced everything manually, just like that. This one didn't have any audio. You can see I marked these right here with these little markers to kind of show where he actually talks from, and it'll be this.
Community involvement is very important.
And this is the camera, a cam, that didn't have any audio.
Into our culture here at SGKR Injury Attorneys.
So it's like, oh, how did you do that? Start right here in this audio, and I know
community involvement.
He was gonna say community, right? So I know for a fact that he's gonna say community when it's gonna happen. So what I did was, in this video, when he's gonna say community, I just went frame by frame. Right there. And then that's how I marked that. So then now we go by that, and you kind of test it out. You tweak it left and right, little by little. You really want to go in there, go frame by frame. You just move it left, move it right. Now, you just see that's
important to our culture here at SGKR.
And then that's it. It's as simple as that. You can manually do it. Trust me, it happens. Sometimes you don't get the audio when you're recording, or these mistakes happen, and then you can go ahead and fix it this way. Best practices. Now, you always want to record everything ideally at 48 hertz, and that's just kind of, drifting audio. That's sometimes tends to happen. So that's number one. Number two, always record scratch audio on every camera. And by I means with scratch audio is, even if you don't have any type of mic on your camera, just get the audio that's coming into the camera already, and make sure you just at least boost it up so it catches it, because you also want to have that backup audio, even if you're not intentionally going to use that original one in the video as final. You're recording from something else. If you record the scratch audio from the camera already, then it's easier to sync it in post, even if it's really low, because you could always kind of like boost it up and then have that track sync to the track that you're already hearing. And then now you have everything easier to do it automatically. Go in there manually and fix it if you need to. Slate or clap whenever possible. So remember that clap, in the beginning, or slate action, and you hear that and you see the time code on those slate cards. That's why you want to do it in. And the reason they do that is so in post, when you do it automatically, you have a reference point. The program has a reference point. So over here, it was that initial clap. It tells the program to go ahead and start the sync point here. So now that clap right here is in every track, then it syncs a lot easier. Label cameras and audio clearly. I don't have them labeled here, so it's probably a bad example, but you always want to label them like this is cam A, cam B, especially if you're doing podcasts or things like that. You want to, once you drop your clips in, or when you're doing the file organization, you want to name each clip individually. Organize your files before importing. I'll show you right here. I'll open this up. Raw audio, we name everything by name and then by what the project is for. So Adrienne LaShore, this is the audio for her bio video, her biography. This one's for her brand video. This is for her PI practice. And then Fred is the bio. This is the other practice. This is Fred for brand. So everything is labeled. See, Judy, she's a client testimony. So everything is named just like that. Bios. Then we have, Adrienne, Fred, Matt, case studies. So you want to make sure that everything is labeled so that way it's a lot easier, not just for you, but for the program as well. I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are fantastic. Make sure to follow and subscribe if you like what you see, and for more workflows and how to break it down. And if you have any comments or suggestions, then you just go ahead and let me know. So I appreciate it. Thank you for watching.